These are my options. This is me
What
sitting.
did you just sit on the floor?
Yes, where do you want me to sit?
I have a chair in front of me.
I'm not going all the way over there to get a chair.
Yeah, it's too much work, let alone standing for an hour.
I've been doing it all day.
Yeah, so wouldn't you want to sit?
I'm not tired yet.
Oh my God.
I
All
don't
right.
understand why we can't all do this on one couch.
Ben looks annoyed, so we got to start the pod.
Him or his background picture.
I guess him.
I've become best friends with them.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm festive.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dear Hollow Heroes. And I'm glad to have you guys all back on a today we're recording on a Wednesday. Oh my God, Rob.
This is rough.
You look drenched in sweat.
I am.
You look like a child too with the camera angle.
Dude,
You look like the teacher just said it's nap time, bro.
oh boy, I can't wait to be on the
Like
pod.
right after recess, that's why he's all sweaty. He just comes in and they're like, "Surprise today, we got recess," and he just sits there like ready to go.
Jeez. So, I have to go straight to the top story because it is very fascinating because the NBA Finals are set. It is the Boston Celtics versus the Dallas Mavericks. One team had a arguable Mickey Mouse run. The other had a really tough sleigh to get over there. And
350 team wins. I mean, 50 win teams. I mean, that's tough.
yeah, so it is set. And what are you guys' takeaways from the beginning of the finals? They're starting, I think, the day this comes out, Thursday.
Um, I think the Heat still might sneak in there. There's still a shot for them.
Jeez, I'm
But if we're just talking the two, main teams in the finals, um, you're right. It is two different paths to get here. One dominant in the regular season. You can definitely call it dominant in the postseason, but the level of talent they faced was arguably lower. And then Dallas, not as dominant in the regular season. There were questions whether they were going to be a play-in team, whether they could even figure it out, whether they would even get past the Clippers in the first round. But they scrapped, they fought, they clawed their way through every series. Some really ugly games, but some really pretty ones, and they made it just as far as the Celtics did.
true. And I think that playing tougher teams helps you get prepared for what is, again, another tough team. And something that I'm really interested to see is the effect that Kristaps Porzingis will have because he was a Maverick not too long ago, I think last year. And now he's facing a former team, and I'm
He knows all their
curious.
plays.
I don't think he knows all their plays. He only had a
He
half
definitely
season.
knows Luka's play style well, though.
He does. And I'm very interested to see how Tatum plays because people are wondering, is he the most overrated superstar we've ever seen? All of these takes on Tatum, how this is a chance to wipe it away. I would say Luka losing doesn't hurt as much as Tatum losing, but I think Tatum winning is better for him more than it is
Because
for
you got to
Luka.
look at expectations for the entire team in the preseason. The Celtics were supposed to be here, the Mavs were not. So even getting here, Luka, it's a pat on the back. Maybe next year he has those same expectations as Tatum, but Tatum, it's like you got to win sometime. And this year they should win.
They looked. I know, there was the arguable Mickey Mouse year. Talked about the Celtics, but they just looked really good the entire time. Sure, they had some like, they dropped some games, but you do those in series. But every game they won looked pretty decisive. There were a few mix-ups, but
Yeah, a couple game two incidents, but other than
yeah,
that, I mean, they were just plowing through teams. But at the same time, you can argue. I mean, there was no Jimmy Butler in the Heat series, and they still dropped a game. There was no. I mean, the entire Knicks team was. Oh, I'm sorry, not the Knicks. The Donovan Mitchell was hurt for the
Cavs.
Cavs series, And aside from game two, they did win, but they still drop a game there. And the Pacers were up in a lot of those games with some blown leads, and you saw Tyrese Halliburton now. So there's definitely some question marks. We haven't seen the Celtics really struggle, and on the flip side, we have seen the Mavs struggle. We have seen the Mavs go to game seven and fight their way through things. And to me, that's a recipe for disaster if you're the Celtics.
Who do you guys think is going to come out on top?
On top, I think it's going to be Celtics. It's honestly the only reason I say the Celtics over the Mavs is because I understand that the Mavs have like truly like fought their way to this, finals. But it's just the completeness of the Celtics this year, even compared to like past playoff seasons. They've just looked too good, too complete. And I don't like saying that because they are a Boston team and I hate Boston.
True. I mean, my brain is absolutely going with Rob here. It's telling me the Celtics got to win. But there's a couple factors that are holding me back, and my gut is telling me the Mavs are going to sneak this out.
I think that, see, my opinion is that it seems like it's like based on how storylines have gone in sports recently, it feels like we're building towards a Mavs win. Feels like we're building towards a Mavs win.
So you're going with the scripted thing.
The script is
Yeah, that's a
pointing
weird
to
take.
Mavs, but I would go with the Celtics if my gut was I go Celtics.
Hey, Ben, who you got for the NBA Finals? Well, I think the script's going to win.
The script writers figured this out. It's going to win an Emmy, okay? Like this is a lock for show of the year.
All right. So the let's go straight to the quote of the week. James Harden is in the news recently because he claimed that he wants to be remembered as a quote unquote winner. And a lot of people are speculating, as a basketball player, should he be remembered as a winner?
I didn't even see that quote.
And First Take had it as he's not. A couple people there said he's not. A bunch of people in other media said he is. What do we think? Is James Harden a winner? Now, let's go to his statistics. He's been to one NBA Finals, to which he lost, and he was third fiddle to Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook when they lost to the Miami Heat on the Oklahoma City Thunder. That was his one Finals appearance. Since then, he has been to, I think, two Western Conference Finals, one with the Rockets, and I believe I don't think he went to one with the Clippers, but he's been one and done a lot, and he's barely gone past the second round most of the time. So, do we declare James Harden, a former MVP and a multi-time scoring champion, a winner?
No. But what did he say? Did he say he wants to be considered a winner?
Desires.
Or that he should be?
Desires.
Okay. Well, that makes it a little bit more reasonable because he's just saying that he wants to stay with the Clippers and win. I can respect that. He is absolutely not going to be remembered as a winner.
We can agree. He says he wants to be remembered as a winner, a teacher, and someone who loves basketball. Now, the third one, pretty obvious. It's a yes. The first
What was the third one? Repeat it.
Someone who loves basketball. Ooh, are you disagreeing on that one?
I don't know. I mean,
You don't play 14 years of basketball and not love it.
but
These.
I mean, remember
Kawhi
Fat James
Leonard's been
Harden
at least for
when he
10.
he didn't care about basketball at all and he just wanted out of Houston?
I
Yeah,
think
when
he
he got
didn't care
back.
about his team.
Like
I
James
think
Harden has been wrapped up in a ton of drama, and it's not always about basketball for him. If
Fat
you talk
Harden.
about guys that love basketball, you talk about so many other players.
I think the thing, my counter argument for you is what you just said. It's not about basketball for him when it's like there's things of drama. He's not doing that because he doesn't love the game. He doesn't like his situation. He doesn't like where he's playing. He doesn't like his team or his teammates. Now, does that make him a diva and a drama queen? Yes. But that's not necessarily, that doesn't take away from being a winner or not.
I'm going to
Okay,
take that
fair enough.
situation. Can I take that situation and raise you one? I'm going to raise you one. Kevin Durant is also known as a selfish diva who has been a center around a lot of drama. But there's one thing that we all can agree on is it never affects him on the court. He always goes out there and he plays to the best of his abilities. The difference is with James Harden, it actually affected him on the court. So if Kevin Durant was to say he loved basketball, we know he did because he didn't let the other things affect his game. James Harden allows his circumstances and his dislikes to affect his play on the court.
I
Like
also
Kevin,
think he's threatened multiple holdouts.
exactly. So
And
Kevin Durant always shows up and plays.
Rob also said you don't play so many years of basketball without loving basketball. You're right. But we're talking about how he'll be remembered. And if you're in the NBA, you probably love basketball. It's making you millions of dollars. You're very successful at it. It's bringing you fame. It's bringing you, most of, what you wanted probably your entire life. To be remembered as someone who loves basketball, you have to be in the upper tier amongst NBA players. You can't just say everybody loves basketball.
Yeah, but he was in the upper tier of the NBA up until his age 31 season. He got MVP votes up until that year, except for his rookie year. He got MVP votes every year.
True.
You can't say he wasn't part of the upper echelon for a good 9 years of his career. And we are very much in the later half of his career. He's 34 now. It's not like he's been playing in his prime the last couple of years. So I think it's going to be easier to remember him as a winner, especially because he's been doing it for so long. And you don't play 14 years in the NBA if you're not a winner and you don't play a good brand of basketball. You'd get booted pretty quick.
There's also another. I'm going to move on. There's also another quote of the week that goes into baseball. I don't have the exact quote, but I remember listening to Aaron Boone state, and I believe the commentator.
It's quote of the week. I'm going to paraphrase.
Amateur hour? You don't have
It's
the exact
paraphrase.
quote?
It's my computer is not loading, so I'm keeping
Paraphrase
Zoom.
of the week.
Shut up! My computer is not loading. It's killing me. I can't
thing I
get the
heard
quote.
the other
I
day
have the
on the
quote. I
radio.
just can't get it.
Through the grapevine of the week.
So it might through the grapevine.
A
The
fortune
little birdie
cookie I
told
read
me
during dinner on Wednesday.
So to speak of the week.
the birdie with the note on it told me today. So it was said that it's Aaron Boone and the commentator of last night's game, Ricky something.
Ricardo?
Yeah, Ricky Ricardo. He commentated the Yankee game last night in replacement of Justin Shackle. And he had kind of agreed with Boone on why the Yankees are winning. And they believe that it is just, they're kind of making a broad generality of like they want it more this year. They're putting in the work for it and stuff like that. And a bunch of Yankee fans are like, that's not a good enough reason as to why they're winning. There is a reason why they're winning, and it's A, B, C, D, E, giving their own reasons. What do you guys think is the reason the Yankees went from a 84 and 82 team or 80 team last year to potentially a lock in the playoffs if you play your cards right for the next month?
Well, I know you just kind of did your ABCs. Like, if you're going to do your ABCs of why the Yankees are winning, it's Aaron Judge, Juan Soto, the starting rotation, Giancarlo Stanton, in that order. Like, it is everything that the Yankees needed to click is clicking, and we haven't even had our Cy Young winning pitcher start yet. The Yankees are winning so many games and so well because everything's going right. You have Aaron Judge and you have Juan Soto, and they are both mashing, which is great for the team already. You have the rest of your lineup playing really well. They're not all stars, but that's what you don't need in a lineup. You just need guys to hit, get on base, to score, run the bases. And that's what the Yankees have been doing. And their starting rotation has been amazing. They went, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was 12 starts, 6 innings pitched, two earned runs or less through the rotation for 12 starts. That is amazing. You don't see that.
So for
Carlos
anything to be
Rodon.
this good too, it's you have to incorporate a little bit of luck in there. So you didn't expect Gil to be doing this well. Verdugo was a great piece that panned out really well. You can say that's whatever, but there's a little bit of luck involved. But the big thing is, it's the obvious one. It's Juan Soto. I mean, the Yankees were home run or bust for so long, and you had this guy who can hit for power, but gets on base at an amazing clip. That could turn the team around right there when you have so much power behind him.
It's also, I think there's three people that are the reason why it's changed, and I'm gonna tell you and like you can have that order thing. I think I think underrated here is Anthony Volpe. Because Anthony Volpe has turned himself into a leadoff hitter. He's on a 30-game on-base streak with Aaron Judge at the same time. The first time that two players on the Yankees have had a on-base streak together at 30 since 1939. So that's a long time since that's happened. It's actually just generally rare. The last time two players did it in general was 2004. I think I don't remember their names, but it's been since early 2000s that happened. So Anthony Volpe getting on base, I think, has been massive, and it's underrated for why this team is playing so well. But everyone's going to say Soto. He's definitely hitting wise has changed everything. Judge now doesn't get pitched around every single at bat, and look at him now. He's on pace for 48 home runs by MLB, and by Rob's standard, 74. So Aaron Judge gets strikes now and gets easy pitches to hit because they're sending all the difficult ones to Soto sometimes. But I think the number one is Luis Gil. I think Luis Gil is pitching like a bona fide ace right now. And he's basically being Garrett Cole while Garrett Cole's gone. Now, when Garrett Cole comes back, I don't know. He's definitely keeping a starting role. Like, it's Clark Schmidt that's on the chopping block now. You cannot take Gil out.
Not to say it helps, but it does that he's on the IL already.
True.
He's not taking up a spot in that rotation for when Cole gets back, and then you just say, well, you're just going to the bullpen, kid. It's just the way the game is. And it's not that he is a bullpen pitcher. He's a starter at this point, and he's also pitched really well this season. It's just short end of the stick.
You got too much money going to court for Rodon and Cole, and Gil's pitching way too good, and Stroman. You got a lot of money on Stroman too, so like there's just no room. But anywho, I gotta say Gil is pitching like a straight up ace, and I think that's the number one reason why they're playing so unbelievable, is because you kind of knew. I think that's the thing. You knew that Soto was going to change the offense at least a little bit. He's doing way more than we thought, but you kind of expected it. Gil was completely unexpected. That's why I think it's the biggest one. But I'm sorry about the Mets, Liam. I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry to all Mets fans.
Oh my God.
It's just rough out there. The only two franchises I feel worse for are the Oakland A's, and that's just because of your organization. The ball team's playing rather well, and then the White Sox, who are just the worst team in baseball.
White Sox suck.
12 losses in a row at this point.
White Sox
got 2 in a row though.
Liam, without hesitation, White Sox suck.
Oh, they're terrible.
They're
They're
so
hard to watch.
They lost their best player.
No, he came back yesterday.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Let's not act like that's the reason they're historic.
No.
They lost
Yeah,
Luis Robert.
injuries really took them out. They could have been so much more. No.
Yeah, besides their one center fielder.
Yeah, name someone other than that on the roster. They're horrible.
Andrew
Besides
Benintendi.
Luis Robert. Give me someone else on that.
Andrew Benintendi. Yohan Moncada.
All playing terrible.
Yeah, they are. Garrett Crochet. He's doing okay.
Tradable.
Yeah.
Tradable at best.
Yeah. I didn't say good. I said okay. All right. Let's go to the burning questions. Question number 1. I was trying to segue from the Mets, but I'll go right back to the Mets. The Mets are in a really awkward situation this season. With high expectations, they have done nothing but falter on that. And now, as we come close to the summer months, you start to wonder, who would you be considering trading if the season does not turn around? You're in that limbo where the season still could turn around and you could make a push for the playoffs. but you could be hitting a panic button pretty soon and start to wonder what about next year. So if you were to trade someone at the trade deadline, who would it be? Or do you think it's just not going to happen? You think there's going to be no trades because they're going to either be good or they're not going to do it?
No, they're trading. It's just a matter of who. And my first gut reaction is going to be Jeff McNeil. I had other answers, but then they benched him. And you don't bench a player like Jeff McNeil unless you think you're either one going to Phantom IL him or just trade him away.
He hasn't been playing horrendous. He's been bad.
He's been playing pretty bad.
He's been playing pretty bad. But the thing with Jeff McNeil is, he's still a certified ball player. You don't win a batting title on accident. He won it in 2022 or 21.
22.
22. And, that's not something that happens by accident. So he's obviously just in a slump. And who knows, maybe a change of scenery will help him. Maybe putting him on the bench for a couple of days will help him. But I don't think with someone like Jeff McNeil, you bench him and not trade him.
I agree. I think McNeil's definitely gone. I think with that move, we're all going to see that one coming. I don't think we see, like the big names on the roster move. I don't think we're seeing like an Alonso movement or anything like that. Because I think Cohen is comfortable paying the guys, dumping money into the team, and trying to rebuild with his players. But they've definitely got to move somebody. I mean, the coach has got to go. They need something. They need to reset at the end of this year, and whoever has to go has to go.
They sent out Beatty again. You might see Beatty get moved somewhere. So I think they believe in Beatty because he started hot and then he just cooled off really quickly. But that's another piece that they can move because he's still just a rookie. Rookies are the easiest.
I think you got to give him time.
I do too, but at the same time, if you're jumping ship with this back-to-back seasons like this, where you built everything you thought you needed, except for a starting rotation, and your hitters just aren't hitting. I don't know. I think some of the moves are going to be shocking, but like you said, I don't think it's going to be the big names.
I think, first of all, I agree with the Jeff McNeil idea that he's gone. I agree with not moving Beatty. I think Beatty, if you move Beatty, you're just desperate for something next year. I think that there's going to be whatever pitchers are doing well, especially in the bullpen, they're going to be moved at the deadline. But the number one, I don't know why you guys were avoiding it, but Pete Alonso's contract is up at the end of the year. So if there is a time to trade that man, it is right now because you could still get him back. And it is on record that he's not only playing poorly, but he is playing good enough because he's playing better now to be traded for a lot. And then they get the first dibs at getting a contract with him. But we've seen this before in New York that's worked out. Where they traded Aroldis Chapman to the Cubs, got great players back like Gleyber Torres, and just re-signed him. So if you have an idea, an agreement, or something behind closed doors, trade him. Just be like, dude, go win a World Series and come home.
Behind closed doors?
No.
Who's stopping?
Listen,
who's stopping?
With the Aroldis Chapman thing.
Anyone know? Will anyone
Pete Alonso
know?
is stopping them.
Yes.
He's going to risk his financial security in the future because the team wants to get a prospect.
Listen, man.
The thing with
we're going to re-sign you. We're going to re-sign you.
How is he going to trust that?
You can't trust that. You can't trust that.
Ridiculous.
But if they're trading for you, they're going to want you too. So in Pete Alonso's case, he's got 2 contracts.
The Cubs didn't want Chapman.
Yeah, but he had more suitors than just the Yankees. He was one of the best closers in the league.
So, and also another thing with Chapman is Chapman wasn't a homegrown Yankee. All right, he was around the league a little while before we even got him, and then we dished him off because he knew in free agency he was just taking the highest contract. Pete Alonso was a homegrown Met, and signing somebody who's homegrown means something, especially with an all-star like Pete Alonso.
You trade him, you better be in a full rebuild because fans are going to go absolutely nuts.
I think you got to go towards full rebuild. I mean, nothing has worked.
I don't like baseball full rebuilds as much as other sports. You can't trade for draft picks. I mean, you can't build your team how you want. You have to take prospects that are already, out there. It's
Pete
not the
Alonso,
same.
Pete Alonso can be your cornerstone for this rebuild, and you still have Francisco
His
Lindor for a
average has
couple
And
more
there's
gone
no
down
years.
salary cap. The Mets
every
are comfortable
year.
spending.
His average has gone down every year, and you want that to be your cornerstone? Or you could just get a bunch back for him and find a
Or
new
you can
cornerstone.
just be the White Sox.
That's probably what would happen if you keep Pete Alonso and just do nothing. Dude, Lindor is doing better now, but besides that, you got Pete as your cornerstone player, and he's a 220 hitter. That's who you want to be your cornerstone.
Think you have to.
All the cornerstone players in the league are 300 or 280 plus and hit just as many home runs. So, or close to. And you want 220 with maybe 40 home runs
You
to be
can't
your
give up on
cornerstone?
a guy that has been your cornerstone, not even becoming, has been just because of a down year.
It's
You
not even
can't do
just a
it.
down year. It was last year too.
No,
It
it
has been
wasn't.
getting worse.
He
Yes,
wasn't
he was
hitting
not.
220 for the entire year.
He hit like 230 for like last year.
Either way, you
And
can't do it. You trade him, you're in a full rebuild. And personally, that's not the way to go, in my opinion, in a big market franchise with an owner that's comfortable spending money. And you can't acquire draft picks.
true, but this is the problem as well, is they're becoming a place that people don't want to go. So that started to become a
It's New York. People will always want to go.
yeah, you say that, but the Mets are it's like kind of the Nets too. Like, does everyone want to go to the Brooklyn Nets?
I mean, look at KD, Kyrie, and Harden.
That
That's a
happened.
terrible example. They
That
absolutely did
that
want to go.
happened, but eliminate that. Who else has wanted to do that? And they're
Nothing.
illustrious.
They're
Francisco
rebuilding. They
Lindor wanted
haven't
to go
had
to
an
the
option to
Mets.
sign anybody.
All right, all right, all right. Well, let's go to the next burning question. Caitlin Clark has gone through, has been really scrutinized by her fellow WNBA players. Some of them bringing that she's famous and she's not that good. People saying that she doesn't deserve it. She's done nothing. Yada yada yada. And even Angel Reese, was her college rival, says that it's not just her. And then she got hip checked pretty hard and got sent to the ground in a recent game. Do you think that the WNBA players' like frustration with Caitlin Clark is warranted, or are they taking it a little out of hand?
I don't think it's necessarily warranted, but I do understand it. Because if you're a player and you're on the court, you hear all this noise, all this garbage. All you really want to do is go out there, shoot, dribble, and win a game. And now you have to deal with so much because you're playing Caitlin Clark. So they go out there, and again, it's not to deserve it. She doesn't pick what baggage comes with her. I actually think she's handled these situations really well. But I mean, you go out there, you're an opponent. She's cutting through the lane. You give her something extra to send a message. It makes sense. We see this in every other sport. We don't talk about it. We see it in this sport. We now have to talk about it.
That's
Well,
true.
there was the rather egregious game, I would say it was last week, where the other person who was guarding her face guarded her after one of her own free throws, which she still had one more to go. I think there is a bit of, I don't think, there's a bounty out on her, but I do think, there are certain players out in the league who are saying, listen, she's a rookie getting more attention than I have my entire career here, and I'm just gonna, hit her hard. I'm mad at it.
I can
I
see it. I think
I
I
think
think
there's a
it's
little
too
bit of
far.
jealousy.
I think it's a lot of jealousy, and
Yeah,
absolute. I think it's mostly jealousy. I think they're jealous that this person that they don't know that just entered the league after they put in years upon years of work is walking in getting more attention than they could ever
but
crave.
again, I
It,
get it.
I get that part, but also don't understand. Like, no, I do understand, but like, I don't get the fact of like they don't realize that they also kind of benefit from her being so famous because that opens eyes towards you. So if you play real good, you're going to get noticed.
Yeah, but Ben, we were talking about this the other day. You also benefit from being the villain.
That is true.
I mean, we've seen so many. We brought up Pat Bev yesterday. Pat Bev has made a career out of being a villain. He still sells jerseys. He still gets contracts. I
But
mean,
do you
there's
think everyone's
Draymond Green.
does
People
everyone
can't.
just want to be the villain? Is it just like that bad publicity is still publicity for everyone?
I
Kind
mean,
of thing? Like
sure,
nobody
the
wants to
role is
be a hero,
unfilled. No, I
but
mean, Angel
nobody
Reese
wants
kind of
to.
has a claim to it, but she hasn't been. She's a rookie.
There needs
But
to be balance. But there
there
has to
needs
be
to
in
be.
every sport.
But it feels like everyone's just signing up to be it, which just makes
No,
it just
not everyone.
unappealing.
You're just listen.
There was a
As
lot of players that were doing this.
listen,
Rob's right. It's not everyone.
listen. There is a lot, but it's also the same thing with all media, where it's like, hey, we're just going to show you every single time this happens to her, and it happens 2 minutes a game, and then you don't see the rest of the game just happen. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of it is egregious, and listen, you play tough on a rookie who's getting a lot of attention on you. I get it, but what we're seeing is what's happening, and it's not like we're seeing a whole game's worth of fouls, a whole game's worth of pushing and shoving.
All right, it is time for game time. Hoo-dee-hoo-dee-hoo.
Ugh,
What? No? Not cool?
that was terrible.
All right, well, this game is going to be another installment of You Know Ball. But this time, it is Wheel of Pointage. Oh, yeah. So instead of torturing you all, if you get the question right, or first to get it right, gets to spin a wheel to see how many points you get. So it's not about getting the most right. It is about the luck of the wheel. Okay. Who's
think you could-
ready?
Do you think you can come up with a worse name than Wheel of Pointage?
Shut up. Who's ready?
The wheel of pointage is terrible.
Shut.
Are we doing I get to answer, then Rob gets to answer, or what are we doing?
Really
We're
hard to
going
buzz
to
it
do.
this way.
We're
Yeah.
going to go in an order because I don't know how the buzzers are going to work. So we're going to go.
What
in a-
about if we open chat and it's just the first one to type something and send it?
How about you do raise hand? First one to raise hand.
No, because then there's lag. There's probably gonna be
There's
lag with
also
the chat,
lag.
too.
Oh, they got
We'll
us
just go
nowhere.
in. All right. You know what? I'll flip a coin for it. Liam, heads or tails?
That's-
I'm a gentleman. You go first.
Yeah, like what? You could have cheated so easily.
I didn't even call anything.
I win.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so this is how it's going to work. The first question is for you, Rob, and of course, Liam, you could steal. First question. We're going to go on basic sports trivia. What is the diameter of a basketball hoop in inches?
Diameter is all the way around, or is that straight across? Is it
That is on you, man.
halfway?
Not knowing what a
So wait,
diameter
wait,
is on
wait.
you.
We're gonna go with 12 inches.
No.
Okay.
Not knowing.
Do we lose points for incorrect answers?
Nope. It's about the wheel now.
How close do I have to get?
Exact. But I'll go higher or lower after every round.
10.
Both of you higher, Rob.
So the answer is higher, or our
Both
answers
of you.
were higher?
Both of you need to go higher.
Both of us 15.
No.
16.
No, both of you need to go higher.
What?
You said diameter
Diameter.
of the basketball hoop
Mm-hmm.
that the basketball goes in.
No, the baseball bat goes in. Yes, the basketball.
24.
No.
20.
No, both of you need to go lower.
18.
It's between two numbers. That's correct. It is 18. And Rob, you get to spin the first wheel. Here we go. How many points is Rob gonna get? If you're watching on video, you're gonna see that Rob only gets 1 point. There's a lot of ones. And there's a whole section of ones. So I couldn't get it that it was like in between. I didn't feel like working that hard for it. So,
It's because in basketball, I only shoot 1 point at a time. Only free
all right.
throws.
So, Liam, you get to lead off the next question. The Olympics are held how many years apart?
Well, what are we talking about? That's a trick question.
How many years
Summer to
apart?
summer?
Yes.
4.
That is correct. Liam, time to spin your wheel. Whoa, what's it gonna land on? Liam, you've got yourself 3 points. How about that? And just like that, it is 3-1. Liam, Rob, you are up. Your question is, what sport is best known as the king of sports?
King of sports.
King of sports.
Like all sports.
All sports.
Soccer.
That is correct. Rob, here's your chance to get to the wheel. Woo! And you land on 1 point.
This is rigged.
This is right.
I don't like how excited Ben gets about the wheel.
Alrighty. Liam, you are up. What do you call it when a bowler gets 3 strikes in a row?
Turkey.
That is correct. Liam,
Gobble,
time
gobble,
for
baby.
your wheel.
Bowling team.
I was gonna say strikeout.
Liam, you get 1 point.
This game's stupid.
And
You're
just like
still
that, it's
beating me.
4-2. 4-2. All
Showing
right.
great fortitude.
All right. For Rob, what are the 2 national sports of Canada? There is one
2?
summer sport and one winter sport. If you get only one right, you could spin the wheel once, but if you get them both right, you could spin the wheel twice.
Cross and hockey.
What are they?
Cross and hockey.
And for what seasons?
Summer and winter.
And what is summers?
Lacrosse. Winter's is hockey.
All right, Rob, you get to spin the wheel twice. Here's your first points.
I better get a two-parter later down the road.
Winter sport.
You get 1 point. And you get
Just give me 1 point. I'm going to get 1 point the entire time. I'm calling it now.
And it's only one. Unbelievable. It's a tie game. Liam, you are up. How many dimples does the average golf ball have? You need to get me it is in between, and if you get a number that's in between these 2 numbers, you are correct.
What's the range?
I can tell you now it's higher than you think.
I know it's higher than I think. 800.
No. Rob?
726.
No, both of you are way too high.
Okay.
Liam, 7.
500.
500 is correct. All right, Liam, spinning the wheel.
What was the
Here
range?
we go.
Yeah, word. I want another range.
300 to 500. And
That's such a big
Liam,
range.
Liam just scrapes 2 points.
I'm going to get 1 point every single time. I know this. I
Ah,
know
you
this
got
for
a
a fact.
2-pointer in there.
No, I didn't. I got 2 questions. Damn it.
2 questions, fine.
All right, so it is now 6-4 Liam, but Rob gets to answer this one. What country? By the way, I'm just going in order of a random order. So
Yeah, I got it.
if you get a bad question, you get a bad question. What country has competed in the most times in the Summer Olympics yet has never won a gold medal?
Most times, it's never won gold in the Summer Olympics. You know, it feels like the easy answer to kick them while they're down. They always seem down. I'm going with the French.
No, not the French. Just kicking them while they're down, man.
It's because they're French.
Is this like a third world country? Like what are we
They're
talking
not a
about?
third world country, but they're not the most illustrious.
Oh,
Greece.
okay.
No,
Portugal.
no. All right, to give a hint, you guys got
Italy.
the first. No, you guys got a first letter correct on one of them.
Persia.
No.
What did he just say?
Persia.
Persia.
We're
Jeez.
moving on. Just move on.
I'm guessing by first letters.
I know. I'm trying to think back of Poland.
No, but it is right. It does start with a P.
Portugal, Persia, or Poland. Russia.
No.
Paraguay.
No.
Peru.
No. It starts with a the most of the time.
All right, Leah, get your guess. I already know what it is. Come on.
You know what it is?
Yes. Clock is ticking.
5, 4, 3, 2,
I don't
1.
know.
All right, Rob.
Typically starts with a the and a P. It is the Philippines.
That is correct. Rob, you get to
Ah,
spin the wheel. Oh, here we go.
1 point.
Oh, right there, the same exact one pointer. And it's 5-6, Liam. Going into the next question, Liam, you get to lead this one off. The classic 1980 movie called Raging Bull is about what real life boxer?
what?
Do you know who the boxer is about in Raging Bull? What's the name of the boxer they're talking about?
Mike Tyson.
Oh my goodness. He didn't even box in 1980. Rob, you got anybody?
I think I'm cooking with this one. Really grilling something up. I'm going George Foreman.
No. You know what? You guys don't know him, so I'm going to go and say what actor played Jake LaMotta in Raging Bull?
I would have gotten
Who?
Jake LaMotta. There's like
What?
5 boxing movies.
Yeah, he's
Who?
Jake
Jake
LaMotta.
LaMotta.
Jake LaMotta's a well-known boxer.
What? How do I ask this?
84. I think he's lost like 30.
I know what question you want to ask.
Yeah, because my guess could be really comical.
That's why I'm
When did the
not
movie
saying
come
anything.
out?
1980. It was directed. I'm not gonna tell you the director because that's after one.
Marlon Brando.
No. Rob.
You know, I think I'm just going to go with De Niro on this one. Mr.
That
Robert De
is
Niro.
that is 100% correct. This movie
What?
saved Martin Scorsese's career because De Niro asked him to film it. Scorsese was about to leave America, said, let's do this film, and it blew up, and now we get all those Scorsese films. But yeah, Jake LaMotta is the guy that was like the rival to Sugar Ray Robinson. Like, he only won once, but they
I've
fought
never
like,
heard of any of this.
okay.
Never heard of Robert De Niro or Martin Scorsese?
You never heard of Sugar
Those
Ray
guys,
Robinson and Jake
I know
LaMotta?
Sugar Ray Robinson. I have
That
no
was,
idea who LaMotta is.
yeah, and everyone remembers the villain.
I mean, if they win,
All right, Rob, you get to spin the wheel. He did win once.
It's going to be
You
1
get to
point.
spin the wheel.
Mike Tyson was a villain.
Kind of.
He
All
bit
right.
someone's ear off.
Yeah, I was at the end though. All right, you get 1 point again, Rob. That's
We climbing up
unreal.
there.
Really climbing up there, Rob. All right. Next question is for Rob. The Triple Crown Award is given to a horse that wins what 3 races?
The Kentucky Derby.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think real quick. It's the Kentucky Derby, the Beaumont Stakes,
Mm-hmm.
and the
This is the one that you guys have to fight for. Who can think of this one?
Derby to Beaumont Stakes, and the Crown of Royalty race.
No, you made that up, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. No, that's not it. Liam?
The only other horse race that I know is Haskell.
Nope. Are we just gonna tap out? You guys don't know.
Well, no, okay. Let me get
Rob,
a
you
couple
made
guesses.
one up.
I did, but I was thinking on it, right? I let Liam answer, and he kind of inspired me. Going with the Monmouth Downs racetrack
All right,
race of the
we're
year.
done. We're done. We're done. We're done. All right, Rob, you get the point. You got two of them. So, and you've been getting only one
What?
point. He won. He got two of them. Could you get
All right, but he
Belmont
gets 1
Stakes?
point for it.
Can you
And
get
we spin
Belmont
the
Stakes?
wheel.
He
The
spins the
wheel
Whoa,
will
wheel.
tell
whoa!
all.
Let
You
the
got the
wheel
question
decide.
wrong.
Let the wheel decide.
You got the
It's still
question
got to be
wrong.
1 point.
We're
It's still got to
letting
be
the
one.
wheel decide. Well, ball don't lie. See, you got 1 point. And just like that, Rob takes the lead with 7 1-pointers to just Liam 6. All right, back to the next question. All right, Liam, you could take this one to start. In 1971, Nadia. Okay, nope, I don't even know what that one is. I don't even know the
Did
answer.
you not pre-read this list?
Which
Are you going
boxer?
off of Google right now?
No, not going off of Google. Going off of my hard written.
All right, I'm gonna look up sports trivia later, and if I see this exact list down there,
You
I'm
will.
gonna throw a fit.
You will. You will. Thank you to parade.com for the list. Thank you very much. All right. So, next question. Which boxer fought against Muhammad Ali and won?
What?
Which boxer fought against Muhammad Ali and won?
Foreman.
No.
Sugar Ray Robinson.
No. Down goes not Anderson.
Frazier.
All right, Liam, you get the points. Spin the wheel.
Gonna be fine.
You know his first name, Liam?
Joe.
Okay, good. Just making sure. Unreal. Liam, you get 2 points. And Rob has answered 6 correct answers. Liam, I think you've only answered like 4, but you're
I had
winning
7.
8 to 7. Yeah, but you answered 6 correct answers. You had a 2-point answer. All right. No, next question is for Rob. Which golf tournament did Tiger Woods win by 12 strokes, cementing his first ever major championship win? What tournament was it?
12 strokes.
Yep. What tournament?
I'm gonna go with the PGA Championship.
No. Liam? Liam, sitting there knowing so much.
Augusta.
Not a gun.
That's
You
not the
named a
name of the
golf
tournament.
course. Rob, you're up.
U.S. Open.
No. Liam, what other golf courses do you know?
The Masters.
There you go. Liam gets the point. All righty.
The Masters is Augusta. You told him he was wrong.
Oh, it is?
That's what I thought.
That's not the tournament. That's the friggin' stadium. That doesn't
Yes,
count.
but you said
And
it.
quiet. He got them both. He got them both right, so he deserves the
I
wheel
was gonna
regardless.
say the Masters
And that's
because,
why ball don't lie. He got 3 points. So
I answered it right twice.
I said what tournament, not what golf course is that tournament on.
yes, but
Come
then
on.
you said that's the name of the course. It's still wrong. So
Yeah,
that
because
implies
it's not
you
the
knew what
right.
the
It's
tournament
not
was.
it's not the tournament. I said it's the wrong answer.
That's not what you said.
So
You
next
didn't know Augusta was the Masters.
I forgot. So I do know that, but I forgot. So, Rob, you or no, Liam, you are up, and it is now 11 to 7. Have fun. Get this within 5. How many medals did China win at the Beijing Olympics?
Total medals?
Yep, total medals. How many did they win?
How many
at the Beijing?
competitions are there?
A lot. We're talking wins. Medal wins. So they rank top 3.
67.
No.
52.
No. Both higher.
78.
No.
82.
No. Both higher.
113.
No.
102.
Correct, Rob. It is exactly 100. So, Rob, in desperate need of that 5-pointer to take the lead, can he get it? There's only one 5-pointer. Or is he going to go back to the ones? Oh, it's looking like Rob is going to get 4 points to tie this game up. And
Game is
just
rigged.
like that, we got a tie game.
I
Here we
really thought
go.
that was a one again. Like they're
So
both
did I.
blue. I thought that was a one.
All right, we've been doing this for a while, so we're going to make this the final question. That is a terrible one. Let's see. I gotta get a difficult one, but you guys should know it.
If he gets it right, do I get a rebuttal because he got an extra
Yes,
question?
you both get one more to your start.
Cool.
Okay. They both are not that hard, so we're gonna lead off with Rob. Rob, what sporting equipment is used for striking a tennis ball?
Tennis racket.
That's correct. And Rob's points will be. Oh, and Rob hits the jackpot. Rob gets the highest possible spin. Liam, you need a miracle to win this one. Oh, no way. After all of those ones, Rob strikes gold.
I was
And,
still.
and Rob gets himself the 5-pointer. Liam, what sport uses a net, a racket, and a shuttlecock?
Badminton.
All right, Liam, it's all down to this. How many points are you gonna get? And that is all she wrote, folks. Liam gets 2. The game ends it ends 16-13 with a Rob Kelly victory. 9 points in 2 spins to win it all. Unbelievable. 9 points in 2 spins to win it all. And that is all she wrote. I don't know where to go from here, guys. I feel like we peaked.
I say we go to locks and upsets.
All right, let's go straight to the locks and upsets. Let's do it right now. All right, so I'll lead off with locks. My lock this week is going to be Mets over Phillies over Mets. On Saturday, I have the Phillies defeating the New York Mets. What do you guys got?
I got the Boston Celtics defeating the Mavs in Game 1.
My lock is going to be Boston over the Mavs game 2.
Well, that's pretty funny because my upset is Mavs over Celtics in Game 2.
Rob, what do we do now?
Liam, it's an upset. Just pick one.
I don't have one prepared now.
Just pick a game. There's 7 of them.
That was your
okay.
upset?
Mavs over Celtics Game 3.
The Mavs gotta win. Imagine the Mavs get swept.
Now I'm going to go Mavs over the Celtics game 5.
You're banking on it. Oh man. So we all have the Mavs winning a game. By the way, game 5 isn't in the next week, so that would not work anyway. So you got to pick a different one, Rob. I don't even think you can get game 4
for
out.
the Celtics in game 4.
I don't. I think that's more than a week away.
Mavs over the Celtics in game 2.
So you're just agreeing with me?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good enough for me.
Just
Do we all want to make it just game 2? Just
I mean, I was going to take Game 2. Yeah.
Everyone just ride on game 2. We're all riding on game 2.
No, that's not
No.
fun.
We made our picks. We'll lie in these bets.
Yeah. I'm
You
taking
ruined
Game
the bit.
All right, fine. I'll change mine.
Yeah,
You
dude.
can have game
We
2,
had this
Rob.
planned.
We
You can
planned that we were just going to pick each. We were just going to go back and forth on games in the finals.
All right, fine. You guys can do whatever you're going to do with yours. My upset will now be I think the Nats beat the Braves in the third game of the series that they faced them in this week. Yeah, that's what's up. The last game, the Nats are going to win it.
What a great bit.
You can have
Good
game
bit.
2, Rob.
Done
You get
perfectly.
game 3, Liam.
Well, no, but okay, yeah.
It is what it is now. That was a horrendous locks and upsets, guys. We gotta.
The one time I don't pick something obscure, and you guys really make me pay for it.
Yeah, man. You can't just intersect us in normal like that. Come on. All right. So Rob gets another victory, though, by the way, and ups his percentage on winning percentage against Liam from like 0.01 to 03. So great job, Rob. And I hope you guys all enjoyed listening. You can follow us on our socials at Dear Hollow Heroes. You can also message us through dearhollowheroes@gmail.com. Give us a take, give us a comment, give us a concern. You can
Give us an
also
email.
give us an email. You can also message us on what you would like on our new shirts that have our faces on it. What quote would you like to have on it? Or you can also give merchandise tips that you would like to have to rep Dear Hollow Heroes, and most likely we'll accept it anyway. Okay. So, I want to thank Liam and Rob, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. See y'all.
There's no such thing as sports. We made them up.
What?
What?
I don't know.
We made them up?
I
No,
felt like ending
we
on
made
something
them up.
weird.
So
Yeah, no, we did.
So before we were born, we made this up.
Oh no, we just gaslit everyone into believing they've been happening for decades.
So we invented all of these characters for fun.
Yes, it was a bit we did.
That was a bad trick.
He's currently gaslighting.
No, I'm not. You don't know the definition of the word.
I believe him.